Coming up on today's Panther Beat,
What teacher would you want to be on a stranded island with?
what causes a solar eclipse?
And what OTHS is doing for the solar eclipse?
Your Panther Beat starts now. Happy Friday, O'Fallon. I'm Amari.
And I'm Hannah, and welcome to the Panther Beat for Friday, April 5th. So who would you want to be on a stranded island with?
That's kind of tough. If I had to choose, maybe not Mr. Muniz.
I wouldn't bring Mr. Riddle. Here's Ella and Rennie with who you would want to bring on a stranded island.
What's up, Panther Beat? It's Rennie and Ella behind the camera, and today we're going through the halls asking students and teachers which teachers they would like to take on a stranded island.
I'm gonna have to take Coach Speaks and Coach Faircott.
And why would you take them?
You know, Coach Speaks, he teach anatomy and stuff, so he can help, if I get hurt, step on a stone or something, he got me. And then Coach Faircott, he just there for, that mental support, you know what I'm saying, living on that island.
I just got my hair done at the college fair, and I would like to be no teachers because I want to be by myself.
I would go with Miss Stevens because she's really funny, so she'd joke a lot and keep us really serious. And then Mr. Feldman could build lots of tools, and he told me once that he can fight tigers. So he'd be really good at saving us, I feel like.
I don't think I can fight them, but I know their weakness, cinnamon. I would always just be sure to have a good pack or two of cinnamon on me, and I'm basically untouchable then by the tiger.
Okay, well, I would probably want to take my whole department, but if I had to narrow it down, it would be Mrs. Mayberry and Mrs. Knutson, because I think that they're just really smart, but I really would like to take Brian. You guys know about Brian.
Mr. Kozad and Senior Henry.
And why is that?
Because they're both funny people, and I know that they'll help me survive.
All right, my first teacher, I'm gonna have to go with Miss Maxwell. She can cook, so I know we'll be good. I don't have to worry about dying off of starvation. And then second, we're gonna go with Miss Linneman, because she's an art teacher, so she can make stuff pretty crafty with her hands.
Reporting for Panther Beat, this is Rennie Harris.
And Ella Peterson.
Next Wednesday, April 10th, is test day. Check your email for your room location and whether you need to bring your device. If you are using a Chromebook, make sure it is fully charged and bring the power cord. Do not be late. You will not be allowed to enter once testing has begun.
Smiley campus will have early dismissal. Buses will run at 12 and again at 1:45. And seniors, you do not have to be at school on test day.
Student council elections are coming up. If you're interested in running, you must attend a mandatory informational meeting today after school. Report to Smiley Room 206 at either 7:15 a.m. or 3 p.m. Visit the Student Council webpage for additional details.
Prom is May 11th at the Regency Conference Center in O'Fallon. You can purchase tickets online for $55 each. Seniors can purchase now, and juniors are April 8th.
Before you can purchase tickets, you must have a zero balance on your school fees. Be sure to pay any fees ASAP.
And if you want to bring a guest to prom, be sure to turn in a guest request form. All guests must be approved before buying tickets. Pick up forms outside room 1025 or on the prom website.
Prom has 4 extra tickets to graduation. Each ticket is $75. Tickets are sold on a first-come, first-served basis. Come to Miss Sipes' room 1025 the week of April 15th. Tickets go on sale Monday, April 15th at 7:30 a.m.
The 2024 Racial Harmony Youth Forum is Saturday, April 20th at Belleville East High School. Join in Healing, Illinois. The event is free. Enjoy breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Register online today and unite for peace.
If you are interested in running for Miss O'Fallon, stop by the main office to speak with Miss Schultz to get more information. There is a solar eclipse on Monday.
But what even is that?
Nolan finds out.
On Monday, April 8th, a solar eclipse will be passing over O'Fallon, Illinois at 99% totality, and our school will be using a shortened schedule to view this incredible phenomenon. But what is a solar eclipse exactly, and how does this happen?
What causes a total solar eclipse? Okay, so I have here just some props. So as you could probably figure out from their size, the tennis ball represents the sun. The blue ball represents the earth, and the stainless steel marble, that represents the moon. Now, the size perspective is all wrong. In reality, this sun would be much, much, much bigger. But overall, this is our setup. Now, you guys know, of course, that the earth moves around the sun. And you also know that the moon goes around the earth. So what's happening during a total solar eclipse is that the moon, okay, the moon is getting between the sun and the earth. And the sun's rays shine on the moon, creating a shadow that's on the earth. Now this shadow, you can picture it like an ice cream cone, one of those ones that has a point. And the point of that shadow hits a very, very, very small portion of the earth. And that's complete totality. So we're not going to be in complete totality here. We're not going to see it turn night, but we are going to be in the sort of the edges of the shadow. And that's why we're going to see about 99% totality. And it's just an interesting coincidence of size because, of course, how can this little bitty moon block the huge sun? It's kind of like if you hold up your hand and you can block a cloud. A cloud, of course, is much bigger than your hand, but your hand is so far away from the cloud, they look like they're the same size.
To view the solar eclipse, the school will provide us with special glasses. But why might this be?
There is still, when you guys are looking at it before totality, there's going to be a fair amount of UV coming out of the sun. The UV light, not good for your eyes. So you're going to have glasses that you're supposed to wear that will block that UV. It's very, very, very important that you wear them. Okay, because normally, of course, we can't look at the sun because it's too bright. And that's our body trying to help us out, right? Trying to protect us from that UV. So when you guys get a chance to go out on Monday, make sure you do have your UV glasses on whenever you're looking at the sun.
And tune in to the solar eclipse at around 2 o'clock. Reporting for Panther Beat, Nolan Turner.
Wait, but I have class during the eclipse.
Don't worry, you can still see it. Khalil lets us know how.
Hell, Fallon. Things are getting dark on Monday, April 8th. Let me enlighten you guys on what's going on.
We will be having a shortened schedule Monday for the solar eclipse event.
During your 7th hour class, you will be receiving your glasses and walking outside with your 7th hour teacher. And the reason this solar eclipse is so special is because this will be the last one visible in the United States until 2044.
And if you do not have a 7th hour, go to the IMC and pick up a permission slip and turn it in by noon today. And that's all from me, O'Fallon. Khalil signing out.
And now over to your Panther sports.
Hey, O'Fallon, I'm Rennie with your Panther Sports. On Wednesday, your girls lacrosse team crushed Francis House Central 12-8. Congrats, girls. And today's sporting events, the boys baseball team takes on the Neenah Rockets at 4:30 at Blazer Field. Boys tennis takes on Quincy at home, and the girls track team runs at Timberland. On Saturday, girls lacrosse travels to Dunlap. The Blazer boys face off against Newton at home. Boys lacrosse takes on Normal. Sophia gives us an inside look at the team.
I'm here with Harry Butterfield. What are your plans for college?
I have committed to Cornell College in Iowa, and I will be playing D3 lacrosse with awesome Coach Z.
I'm planning on going to Tennessee for nursing.
So I'll be going to Purdue for business analytics, and I'm going to attempt to play lacrosse at Purdue.
And what are your plans for your senior season?
Hit people. It's really that simple.
Some of my goals this season are to just score goals.
Some of my goals in this season is just to win some games, have some fun playing, beat Edwardsville.
Beat Edwardsville.
Beat Edwardsville.
Beat Edwardsville.
Beat Edwardsville, obviously.
Is there any moment in your lacrosse career that you're really proud of?
I kicked this kid. I didn't kick him, but I hit him really hard, and he went over the end line, and that was pretty good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And what is your proudest moment in your lacrosse career?
I'd probably say beating Edwardsville and definitely scoring goals.
Thank you.
Beating the girls in the boys-girls game. My favorite moment in lacrosse was whenever I scored a double overtime goal on Republic. That'll forever live in my head.
Boys track goes out to Belleville West, and the softball team heads to Moline. That's all for me. Now over to birthdays.
Hi, O'Fallon. I'm Reagan with the weekend birthdays. Birthdays for today, April 5th, go out to Nathan Hughes, Andrew Kramer, and Simran Tawana. Birthdays for tomorrow, April 6th, are Addison Baldus, Chase Keene, Xavier Martin, and Caleb Rogers. And a special happy birthday to Miss DeMaria. Birthdays for Sunday, April 7th, are Amani Barker, Annalie Can, Sawyer Dolan, Jamison Garadini, Sophia Hall, Matthew Holmeyer, Kaylee Leal, Jada McClure, and Camden Ware. And a special happy birthday to Mr. Woodard and Miss Stevens. That's all for me. Now back to the news desk.
And now for your club news.
Winter Guard is preparing for championships.
Here's Nathaniel with the story.
Here at the OTHS Milburn campus, there are multiple clubs and activities that are going on, but there is one program that often goes unheard. The OTHS Winter Guard program has been hard at work over the past couple months, working multiple hours a day to create and perform their complex shows and competitions. The Winter Guards are currently preparing for the MCCGA Championships in Springfield, Missouri. Head directors Emily Navarro and John Langham tell us more on our Winter Guard program.
So MCCGA stands for Mid-Continental Color Guard Association, and it is a circuit that has Missouri in it, Illinois, multiple of the Midwest states, and they all come together. Different high schools from those locations have local Winter Guards that compete, and then we all go to the circuit championships.
Every Winter Guard that exists must belong to a area circuit. The circuit governs and monitors just to ensure that activities are running as they should. There's appropriate training for staff and all those kind of things. On the national level, there is Winter Guard International. So to be able to participate in the Winter Guard International, you have to belong to a area circuit in order to participate in the, well, it's kind of called the world stage, because it's called the World Championships, but it's required to be able to participate.
Now let's go ahead and take a look behind the scenes to see what goes on during rehearsals.
Basically, we get to rehearsal and we all sit in just a little circle, and then we talk about how the rehearsal's going to go and any information we need to know about like upcoming competition.
Then usually it's just split block, where it's rifle and flag block, and we both work on individual things. They usually go into flag block, all of flag block.
And then after that, we work through the show in small sections to make sure we hit everything. And we get a little bit of water, not much, just a little bit. And then we work through the show with all of our equipment while we like spin, talk through the show, and like do whatever else. Then we end with a full run.
Now I went ahead and met with Brandon Fink to learn more about what goes into designing these very unique and creative shows.
So both designs are very similar in terms of their overall conceptual feel and characterization. Both JV and varsity shows at O'Fallon are quirky, they're fun, they'll make you laugh, but they're very different from a design perspective. As a designer, I am looking at what is the show concept. So if I isolate specifically Junior Varsity's Winter Guard this year, we have a lot of recycled material. So we had a floor that was utilized about 6 years ago, I believe, by the Varsity Winter Guard. The flags and costumes that we're utilizing are from a marching band show that were, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. So taking those elements and putting them together and trying to create a show out of things that already exist is how I got to the design of JV show for the winter. After I kind of put together what that design was going to be, I layered in the music over the top of that. Varsity show is actually a piece of music that I'm familiar with and I've known for the better part of 2 decades. I've always wanted to create something to it, and I was just sitting at home one day thinking about different show designs, and it reminded me of Wicked, it reminded me of the Emerald City, and so that's the direction we went in terms of the varsity program.
I went ahead and asked some of the students how do they feel about the MCCGA Championships this weekend.
I feel pretty good. I think we've rehearsed really well throughout the season, and we've added a lot of new things, so I think it's going to be pretty good. We feel great.
I'm super excited but super nervous at the same time.
Gonna be like about 100 like Winter Guards out there, Winter Guard teams, and that's pretty scary. But our varsity team has been doing so well this year, so who knows what happens? Maybe we'll reach the top 5 or something.
I'm confident. I'm pretty happy with how our show is right now and all the edits we've made to it. I think we've come really far as a group this season, so.
I feel like we're gonna do good because not just that, we moved up a class and won first place,
and we've just had an unbeatable season so far. So hopefully we get, you know, the full unbeatable season. But I think we're gonna do good. Like, we've been doing good ever since. So.
Good luck to our varsity and junior varsity Winter Guards championships this weekend. Reporting for Panther Beat, this is Nathaniel Ellington.
Camera Club is holding a silent auction. Bid on 2 sets of 2 seats to graduation. Each of the 2 highest bids will win a set. Deadline is noon on April 24th. Email Mr. Brooks with the subject graduation seats bid. Include your name, contact info, and bid amount in the message body.
Yoga Club meets Thursday, April 11th and April 18th. Report to room 1103 from 3 to 3:45. Move your body and enjoy a sack. Everyone is welcome.
Girls Cross Country is auctioning off 4 reserved seats to graduation. To place bids, email Coach James and entitled message graduation seats bid. The starting bid is $75. Bidding closes at 3 p.m. April 5th.
Chemistry Club meets this Friday, April 5th, right after school in room 811.
That's it for today, O'Fallon.
For updated news, videos, and more, head over to our Panther Beat YouTube channel.